St. John South Mount Pearl.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thanks, Minister, for the speech. I listened carefully to some of his adjectives in terms of ISIL, pure evil, human plague, maniacal barbarism. Mr. Speaker, I attended an awards banquet on Friday night in my riding, and I was approached by a young man. His name is Sean Vinicombe. He's 15 years old. He's a grade 11 student. He goes to Holy Heart of Mary High School in St. John's. And he approached me, he asked me a question. I'm going to ask the minister, I'm going to pose the question he asked me to the minister. And the question is, why are we going to war in Iraq? Why are we going to war in Iraq? Now, I have my own question as a follow from that. The United States was in Iraq for 10 years. It fought there for 10 years, and not much changed after those 10 years were up. And there are many hot spots around the world, including the Congo. Now, 5.4 million people died in the Congo since 1998. And the Congo, Mr. Speaker, has asked 3 times since 2010 for Canada to support peacekeeping. But we said no. So 2 questions. One for the young man in my riding, why Iraq? And the second question is, my question, why Iraq? Why not the Congo?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I thank the member for his question. I thank the young man in St. John's for perhaps bringing us to a very poignant question. Why Iraq? Well, simply put, to help defend this young boy's future in Canada, to help preserve his right to get an education in St. John's, to expect his younger sister, if she has one, to be treated equally in Canada, to defend his very way of life, Mr. Speaker, to hope defray the real threat that he might face when he goes back to his computer and has material presented to him that would somehow distort his young mind and his understanding of what is important in his life and his obligations to his fellow citizens. There are many and diverse responses that I could give to that young man, and I would relish the opportunity to do so, and I hope that the member opposite will take the time to pass that on. As to why not Iraq versus Congo, Mr. Speaker, we can do our part. We continue to do so in many places around the world, something that Canadians certainly can be extremely proud of.
Questions and comments. The Honourable